And let's go live now to the Israel-Gaza border, where I'm joined by our correspondent, Pia Steckelbach. Pia, tell us a little bit more about Marwan Issa, his role in Hamas, and the influence here on this ongoing, nearly 6-month-old war in Gaza to destroy the organization.
Right, Jeff. Well, Marwan Issa is one of the top 3 commanders or officials that Hamas has. Of course, the first one being Yahya Sinwar, the political leader, then the military leader, Mohammed IDF. And Marwan Issa is the deputy commander of Hamas's military wing, the Izzeldin al-Qassam brigades, basically the deputy of Mohammed IDF. So Marwan Issa is somebody who was targeted in a targeted strike last Saturday, so more than a week ago, in the Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza, a strike that was targeting an underground infrastructure where Marwan Issa was expected to be located at. The IDF later said that they cannot confirm nor deny that he has been killed in that strike, that they're still investigating the incident. Also from Hamas, we haven't heard any official announcement yet. The question is if Marwan Issa would have been killed, if Hamas would officially announce that. But there are now reports, some of them are saying that he was indeed killed, and they're referring to a closed-door conversation among Hamas officials. Other reports are saying that he was injured. However, that shows that something must have happened, potentially in that same strike more than a week ago. And Marwan Issa is, as I said, one of the top 3 of Hamas's leaders, and it would be so far the biggest achievement of the Israeli army. They assassinated the number 4 in Hamas's command chain, Al-Arouri, in January in Beirut. He was the deputy political leader of Hamas. Up until now, that has been the biggest achievement in terms of the command chain, or destroying Hamas's command chain in that war. So now this would be number 3. Marwan Issa originates from the Gaza Strip. He was born there. His family comes from present-day Ashkelon in Israel, fled in 1948, and he also played a role already back in the first Intifada. He was jailed by Israel, later also jailed by the Palestinian Authority, got out of prison around the time of the second Intifada, and is said to be behind also attacks on Israelis. So a high-profile person here, but still, again, there has not been any official confirmation, nor from Hamas or from the IDF, that he was indeed assassinated in that targeted strike from last week.
Pia, what's the latest on the humanitarian aid situation as the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, of course, grows more dire? Is aid getting in? Are there new efforts to help civilians?
Well, Jeff, only a couple of minutes ago, we saw that aid was dropped from the sky in another aid drop operation, dropping aid with parachutes. However, we know that this is more a drop into the bucket, because this cannot be a serious alternative to aid arriving via land. On Friday, the first ship arrived from Cyprus carrying an equivalent to 12 truckloads of aid. This is a pilot project from the World Center Kitchen to see if this could be a viable alternative or a viable addition to the aid that arrives via land, which is not enough. Before this war, about 500 trucks entered the Gaza Strip every day through the crossings. Now it is only a fraction of it. Israel says that the UN is not capable of distributing the aid on the Gazan side. The UN is saying that it is incredibly difficult to do so when active fighting is still going on in almost all parts of the Gaza Strip. Now, we do know that there are American efforts on the way to build a temporary port that could take another 2 months. However, the ship that is carrying first equipment is on its way. However, experts are saying that the most effective measure, the most effective way to get aid in is via the land crossings, and we have seen that only really a fraction of that 500 trucks that have supplied the Gaza Strip before the war has been getting in, and the humanitarian situation continues to be dire. Hamas's health ministry in Gaza is saying that 25 people have died amid malnutrition. The number is estimated to be higher, especially in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, where trucks virtually have been unable to get to. The situation is extremely dire, also because, of course, these trucks have been looted, because they enter in the southern part of the Gaza Strip, and before they even reach the north via land, they are looted by either, Israel says, Hamas or armed gangs in the Gaza Strip. But on the ground, the situation continues to deteriorate. Also, of course, now during Ramadan, the situation gets exacerbated because people are fasting during the day, and many of them don't find anything to break their fast with in the evening, again, especially in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, Jeff.